let's start with a person. This is a human, and this person is dropped by a lot of strings. Okay, there are strings that wrap this person. I will draw 6 colors which represented for 6 strings that wrapped the person. Some people call it the sea that hides people from the inside. So normally a person have some cocoon that hide them inside, or some strings that wrap them so that they cannot be free. So it's really hard for them to do something because they were wrapped by the dreams, or we call it the barriers. So after this journey, hopefully that person will break out his or her cocoon, so those 6 strings, and become a bigger person, with arms, legs, bodies becomes bigger. They have butt, belly, and hair. There is a hair, and he saw her face with the eye, nose, and smiling face. Okay, so there's no breakdown that person, or we can break out those strings that wrap this person. And this is like the transformation process of a person transformation, a transformation process of a person. There is a little boy playing in his garden, and he sees the process from the womb in the cocoon to be a butterfly, and he watched the process from the early morning until then, and he have the cocoon, and the cocoon is open, and he saw the body of the butterfly just come out from the cocoon. Just a little bit of the wings of the butterfly is to stick. And then that's our lunchtime, and his mother wants him to get inside to have lunch with the family. And because the mother just urged him, so that he thinks, I will have this butterfly a little bit so that the process will be faster. Then he can get inside to have lunch with his family. And then he used his hand to tear the butterfly's tear, but the butterfly tear his wing. So uh, he thinks that the butterfly will be free and can fly up. But after that, what he see is the butterfly is so weak. It's not strong enough to fly up, because it is not come out from the cocoon by itself. So it has not enough strength to fly up. And since then, the butterfly just like root on the floor. When I heard that story from my teachers, I realized that our transformation is the natural transformation. We experience our life, and we need to learn our lessons. but we need to learn lessons from our experience so that we become stronger. We transform, we become a bigger person like this, a bigger person. We become stronger by ourselves. And if we are really relying on someone so that we are not strong enough to pass those tests from the universe, and when we want to help someone, we need to respect their transformations process or their learning process or their growing process. And there is another image that I learned from my teachers. There is an image of an egg. Do you know that if an egg is crushed from inside, so there will be a life or will come out from the egg. But if we break it from the outside, so it will become our food, right? When we make an egg, when we cook, we break it from outside, right? And then it will become the food that we eat. But if it opens from the inside alive and come out there will be alive. So we use this image to say, if we break it from the inside, it will be alive. And if we break it from the outside, it becomes food. And similarly to our transformation throughout our life, we experience a lot of things, and there are many things come to us to give us a lesson. If we don't recognize, if we don't learn from those lessons, so it could be difficulties or bigger difficulties will come to help us recognize or realize about those lessons. And if we don't recognize that, the loss can come to make us realize about it. So if we proactively have lessons from our experience, from everything that come to our life, we turn to be alive, or else we will be the food of this society. It's just an image for us to understand the message. And if we proactively learn the lessons from everything that comes to us, we can break down the wrappers, those strings that wrappers. So that what are those strings? So what are those strings? There are six strings or 6 barriers, which represents for the strings that wrap that you can imagine if the rocket, do you know that the rocket, before it will fly up to the sky, there are strings that pull it back, and then when they cut on the string that tie the rocket, it just fly up to the sky. If we can cut all the string that it can imagine how we can develop. Okay, so what are those strings, or what are those inner barriers? We have 6 inner barriers. Okay,